Hello everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay fellas, for this beautiful Thursday morning before I go to work, it's about 6:30 out here right now, and I decided to make a video. So the topic of this video is going to be another build that I'm finishing up on. This is the 1963 Airfix short Sunderland flying boat. And I think everybody's seen it on Live in Action with Frankie Day, but I decided to go ahead and get this thing done, and I got other stuff coming your way too. So incidentally, this is the box that came out of it. I had this thing since 1963. I've got 5 more of these in my stash and storage. I went to storage yesterday to get some few modeling tools out. I ran across more of these that I've had in the stash, so I'm pretty good on short Sunderland. And also I got 2 more new ones by Artillery. Yeah, the two other ones too. I got those also. This is kind of pretty good. This is gonna be a clean build, guys. I was debating on using some pastels on it. I don't know, I might just do that too. Put some pastels on it to spruce up a little bit, because these things are pretty worry. So I got to make a decision at this stage of construction, which hardly ain't nothing. You know, I just if I'm going to go ahead and weather this thing or just have a clean build. And I may just spruce up a little bit with a little weathering here and there on it. I've got it's all finished. Got our clothes on. I got the canopy, the turret's all masked down. That took me about 4 hours just to mask all that down. And the engraving marks on the canopy, it's pretty dire. You can barely see where the windows are at. So using reference on the internet, thank God for it. The internet, us modelers have a variety of choice of reference on there. So using the real machine on there, I went ahead and masked the canopies. I got them down, all masked down. And I've got her extra dark sea gray, dark slate gray on there too, all white. These things were different colors. I think the early ones, the 3 model, I think this one here they're just they're up to, doesn't mean what models they are. I mean it's just the paint schedule of the day they had. Earlier in the war, they were overall just slate gray and extra dark sea gray. Sometimes they were olive drab, and not olive drab. Sometimes they were like dark earth too, with slate gray on there. And I've seen some that are extra dark sea gray with dark slate gray with sky on it. Now I did one with sky and overall dark sea gray and extra dark sea gray and slate gray. That's the Artillery one. I got that in a box. It's in storage. Instead, I did that on YouTube too. It kept pretty well. It was weathered also. So this thing has very low relief rivets on it. So wash is not very acceptable, but it wouldn't hurt to put a wash on it here and there. I gotta make that decision. It's a pretty clean build as you see right now, and I got a lot of work to do on this thing. I still got. I scared me up some bronze. I go around the cowling rings in front of the cowlings, and on the box right there, they're all red right there. I don't know if that was fictitious or just fancy artwork at the time. I could not find any reference at all with a short Sunderland with the cowlings all painted in red color. Now it could be stand corrected, I don't know. There's probably stuff out there I haven't seen yet. But all the ones I've seen, they're all just, they got that bronze cowling ring on the cowling fronts. So that's all I'm going to do, is play safe and be more realistic about the build. The beaching gear is a very good plus in this kit. It comes off this model. I got it sitting under beaching gear now. I've got other sundries put on there, but I want to get all the paint work done to do that. Now the de-icers are optional. I've seen some Sunderlands with de-icer boots on the vertical stabilizer, which is the fin, and also the outer wing panels on the leading edge of the wings. Most Sunderlands I see don't have that. So I guess they're optional, you can do it. Now the decal sheet is old. I went in and used it. The 2 and the G for George. The backing of it is kind of yellow. It's yellow. That kind of shows the age of the model. I could not find any other decals to put on this thing than the kit's decals it gives you. And that's the only bad thing about it is that there's a yellow background on there. But it don't take away from the model. The short Sunderland was, I think it was a 22 model. It came from the composite, and the S-boats they used a lot during the 30s, and it evolved into the short Sunderland, which are a beautiful flying boat. I think all the flying boats in the world that's ever flown, I think a short Sunderland is the prettiest and the most beautiful flying boat there is, next to the Mars. And this kit's been around for a long, long time, boys. Since 1963 it's been around. And it's been reboxed in a red box by Humbry or Humbrol, something like that. And it's molded in gray plastic. I got one of those too in there. In my stash I bought from Smitty's probably about 4 years ago. And that too is in my stash along with the other old birds like this. I gotta thank him. Man, that decal's probably a lot more fresher than the decals to give you this kit. I just started thinking, I said, nah, don't worry about it, Frank. You know, it's everybody knows it's an old kit. Just put it on there. It ain't going it ain't gonna go on a little judge's table. It'll be me if I want to go to a model show and take this. I would not use those decals in the first place. I would have got some kind of aftermarket decals, put them on there, and I would have built this thing very, very, a lot more better than what it is now. But right now it's just a Sunderland flying boat. Okay. Anybody that really wants to get into the flying boats of the short Sunderland, go to YouTube and have Coastal Command. They got real live footage. Man, you could not believe. That's what I love about the British movies they have. I mean, they have everything there. You see everything there. On that movie, Coastal Command, they had Hudson bombers. They had Whitleys on there. They had most of all sort of Sunderland. It's all directed towards the short Sunderland flying boat, the crew. They even got a wardroom in there where they sit there and have a plan of the day before they go on a mission. They go out, they're like we used to. They go out for 12-hour missions, you know. And they were relieved by either a PBY Catalina or another Sunderland flying boat, or a bunch of Hudsons. And so they fly back and forth for convoy duty and also for submarine patrol. It's a very interesting movie, very good movie. I highly recommend you guys go there and watch that movie if you're into flying boats and if you want to be able to use that as a reference point. Okay, it's enough chatter here. We're going to take a look at this great white beast right here. I got it painted, like I say, overall white. Top surfaces, extra dark sea gray with slate gray. Camouflage again is freehand. Instead of having the feather edge of the airbrush on decarnation lines on here, I masked it off. All of them I seen were masked. They were straight. They were not free airbrushed or anything. And so I masked them off. And they did appropriately. This is a typical short Sunderland flying boat. They all look the same. Some look better, and some look like this. I got these calories not glued on. They snap on very good. The reason why I didn't glue them on is I make sure this thing is completely airbrushed uniformly. I make sure that the white, everything is on there perfect. Then I remove the cowls. I go ahead and paint the engine fronts. Then I can paint that bronze ring using this Humbrol color I have right here, bronze. Then I go for the cowling fronts and the rings, cowling rings. The beaching gear could be painted either yellow or red, or kind of like a maroon color. I see most of them yellow, so they'd be yellow. I'm going to hang this bird above my head, right next between the Martin Mars and my B-52 I got above me. And it's starting to get airplane-y here now, like the way I want it. I like my space with airplanes. I've got my Hurricane hanging up there. Martin Mars. I got the Buff. There's me. And there's a short Sunderland. There's old Porcupine. These are very rugged airplanes. These can get a scrap with any fighter, anything. Only protection these things got is keep from getting shot, and don't make sure an aircraft don't get under its belly, underbelly, like most airplane does. The most vulnerable part of all aircraft is the undersurfaces, where there's fuel tanks, bomb bays, except that can be exposed to explosion, cause an airplane to fly apart. So these things kind of hug the water real well, and so keep the airplanes keep the fighters from going underneath the underbelly, shooting them up. And these things are well armed. I mean, that's why they call it Porcupine. Earlier models, instead of having the dorsal turret askew from the center line to starboard, they had, like the Catalina, they had a gunner's compartment here and a gunner's compartment here. And so old Porcupine was pretty well armed. And the most unique feature of this thing is it had retractable guns. The guns were actually, I mean, not guns, excuse me fellas, it's the bombs. Under the wings of the bombs, they had a track right there where the bombs would be loaded from inside by the crew members. Then they open up that hatch from the side underneath the wing, and they slide these bombs out like a cradle, a trolley. And they go out, extend out to the outer panels of the wings. They can drop their mines and their bombs. If they need more bombs, they bring the trolley back in, and they'll load up the bombs on the bomb trolley, and I'll go ahead and trice it back out again, the outer wing tips and the outer wing panels, and they drop more bombs. So these things are pretty well armed. And they're very strong too. You can see the yelling right there, which I'm not very happy. I knew what was going to happen, but like I said, fellas, I didn't have no other decals. I tried to decal box me back to scare up some parts. Well, I said, what the hell? Well, that's okay, no problem. You know, they ain't going on the judge's table, so gives the airplane its age. I had no problem at all building a sketch. There was no fit issues at all in this thing. Reason being is because it was a first release. It was a fresh kit. The molds weren't even worn yet. So this thing was wrapped up in a cellophane plastic. Like, oh, they're all sealed, factory sealed. The thing comes from Kent, England. That's what it's made at. Litho, USA. And so this is a nice bird. Got a lot of work to do on this thing. It's not done yet. So that's video number 1, and video number 2 will be the final reveal. I should have that for you probably this weekend. I think I should have this done. Also, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I went ahead using the same colors on my 1/72 scale new tooled Prairie Swordfish torpedo bomber. Yeah, I got her all painted. We'll take the camera and swing around and look at this. I got the slate gray on it. I got the extra dark sea gray on it, and it's going to be masked off right here. Deep carbonation line is going to be it's going to be masked off there. I'm going to mask underneath the ring root to the fuselage. And I'm going to paint that sky color. The other is going to be sky. And here's the top wing too. I got that all airbrushed also. And the bottom will be sky. That's the shaking, boys. I'm knocking them out. No foot race, just knocking them out. Okay, bring the camera back to me. That'll be it. I gotta shove off about 5 minutes to work. Get this thing loaded up. And that'll be it for the Sunderland. Okay, I'll be working on this probably tomorrow. But I got things I got to do today, places to go. And I should have a final review for you by, at least by this Saturday, I think, on the Sunderland flying boat. And Sunday I should have the swordfish done. And I'll be working on, also I got the walrus going too. Now I'm thinking about going out there to the bunk room, bring out that big 124 scale Hellcat I got, and get that going and have a live action on that. I'll get that shaking. Okay, that's about what's going on, fellas. I got to shove off to work. And I'd like to thank everybody for your wonderful comments I've been getting on my builds. I'm very truly sorry I don't answer them on the fly. I read them, and I know who you are, and I'm very honored each one of you. And I'd like to thank all my wonderful new subscribers. I'm very honored each one of you fellas. And thank you very much, and God bless you guys. And thank you very much. I'm very honored. And thank you guys. God love you guys. And make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused. Spend wisely. Like Stu Avery says, of Stu's models, Stuart's models. And oh yeah, incidentally, Stuart, congratulations, buddy, on your new house, Stu. And things will be okay, buddy. And you'll be back on the bench in no time, and you'll be happy and be all spirits, just like old Frankie was. Old Frankie was down, 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 down. Now I'm getting back up again, pulling myself up by the bootstraps, and just facing life in general. And you'll be okay, buddy. You'll be back on the bench in no time. Congratulations, Stu. And Stu's got a new home. He's like everybody. It's part of life, you know. You get one house to another until you find the right place. And believe in me, guys, there's a right home for everybody. You just got to find it. Okay, Frankie Day signing off with Frankie Day Models. And God bless you all. And we'll catch you Friday, Saturday on the final reveal on my short Sunderland flying boat. And I'll probably have live action going on tonight, probably on the on my battleship I'll be doing tonight, the King George V. And start working on the top side to get that weathered out real well. Okay, it's time to get out of here, guys. I gotta upload this bad boy and shove off to work. This is Frankie Day signing off, Frankie Day Models. God bless you guys. I love you guys. And you guys take care, fellas. Please be careful out there, boys. Please be careful. God bless you.